So I want to show you how I used a Hyperdoc in my class. I used this in a technology class. I've used it in my human diversity class and in school and society when I teach online. So I do go into my calendar because I Hyperdoc everything inside of there for them to do. So I did a Flipgrid PSA challenge for them. They had to do a PSA challenge through Flipgrid, choosing their own education assignment. So I clicked on here and I clicked this to open, and it opened up to right here. And so this is a Flipgrid Hyperdoc that you could use. And I've put this in here for you to access on the website. But this is a Hyperdoc is simply something that a document that's linked, a document that they work through, and it tells them step by step by step. So like the purpose of this assignment, I explain it. What's a public service announcement? They can understand that. They can see examples. I've hyperlinked examples inside of here, and I show you a video over there of how to hyperlink, which would be just finding this video on YouTube, highlighting it like this, going right up here to this link, putting the link in, and boom, apply. And that's how easy it is to make a Hyperdoc. I put different assignments, that the key elements of a PSA, what they have to include inside their PSA. And then they have topics they can choose from, project choices. I link videos on how they're going to do their project within Flipgrid and how the assignment works. So this right here is in there. My kids earn badges all the way through, so they can earn that Video Pro badge. Now you don't have to do that. This would be editable for you, so I'll put that on the website. I'll share that. You would just open it, file, make a copy, and then it will open for you to be able to edit it. I wanted to show you after I make a Hyperdoc like this, and I also put it in Flipgrid. So this is a Flipgrid topic that I had on the PSA, because not only are they going to follow the Hyperdoc, make a PSA, but I have them link it to their Flipgrid. And so that they can share it with the class, and then we can have a discussion board over it. And so this just tells them what they're going to do. I explain all that in there. Then I link the Flipgrid Hyperdoc inside of there, which you would do this by going in here. And do you see how it's attached right there? I would just go up here, share, copy my link. Always make sure that you go in here to the more, you have it on public. I do that. You don't always have to, but I do it just to make sure everybody out there can access it. Copy. Then I go right back into my Flipgrid. You would right click, copy, paste that, and add attachment. That's it. That's all you would do. And then that will be up there. You would do update topic, and then it's there for them to get. So they can go through the Flipgrid and get the Hyperdoc. This teaches them how to create a, Google slide presentation and link it to their Flipgrid. I add those videos inside there. And so you have that ability to have, this is how I used a Hyperdoc in my college class. I'm also putting inside of our link a Hyperdoc template station. So you have this to be able to come in. You can have any of these templates that you want. You can click any of these. So they would already be built templates that you could use to build your different Hyperdocs. If you hit resources and samples, this gives you a ton. And I know they're by regular categories, but the thing is that you could go in, let's say I wanted to go in here, hundreds. This opens up a folder in your Google Drive already for you. And then there's just hundreds to choose from. So if I wanted one that I thought I might use, then I can just click on it and go in, and then you can edit them. If my computer will go ahead and work with me. Then you can edit it the way that you want. So it opens those for you. And so and you can just go in and start editing what you want inside of the Hyperdoc. So that is a great tool. This is the other way that you can use this is go back to here. You can put in what you want. So let's say that you were going to do health. You could do search in here and it will pull up different ones. So I had clicked mental health earlier and this opened up. This is a complete mental health unit that you could go edit. It's a Google slide, which can also be a Hyperdoc, has videos in it, and you can go in and edit that the way that you want, and then you would share it right through here. So if I wanted to share this, I would go on get a shareable link. I make sure anyone on the internet can view because it makes it easier for your students to access. And then I would go back in here and I would just share it. So I could go into my, wherever you're going to go, I would edit and I can share that and add that to any Flipgrid document or anything that I want to do. You could also just share this within D2L. So the link. And so you have this ability to make really, really cool, interactive Hyperdocs that don't take a long time. I know it seems maybe like it does, but it does not take a long time. And because the template's already made for you and you just add in your information, but it's a different way for students to learn. And it makes your material look more approachable. It's more user-friendly. It's set up in their language. It's kind of social media looking and they like to learn that way. So this is just another way that you can bling that out. If you go on our learning channel, which you're going to have shortly, there's different ways to get to this. And so you can either click the Tech Talk, and that's going to take you to You So Fancy. And you would click that and those will open up for you and be inside of there. But the other way that you can do this is if you went on demand, Bling Online. Not sure why that's not working. I think my computer is just working real slow. So sorry. You can also go on demand, Bling Online, and that will be there for you. And I'll have the different Hyperdocs and different, this video will be in there as well. Okay. So that's, I hope you enjoy that and maybe you'll use a Hyperdoc template.